actually show you. So if we go to configuration, see here, you can see how the controller itself is laid out. And you'll notice it doesn't have a standard D-pad. Those two circles are fully customized. I've got this set up with standard D-pad. Now you'll see this option in the middle. This is for setting the controller, which I have set up for virtual mouse. Now this option here, I've actually got it set up so that I can just go with well, I had it set up so that I can right now I've got it set. Okay, I'm gonna test the mic again. 1 2 1 2. Okay, so the volume's actually pretty low, so we're gonna turn that up. Because I've been talking the whole time, so I apologize if y'all missed any of that. We'll go ahead and switch to the game here and see if that works good. There we go, that's much better. And I'll go ahead and turn my laptop down because I'm actually using that to monitor the chat on Twitch. So, what I was saying earlier, really, we'll just go back in here, and I've got the Steam controller set up to work with this game. I've got this part set up for a mouse pad. You've got your gyro here set for mouse, which you'll see how that works in a second. And we've got all of the other standard controls here. So if we look at the game here, we just got the main menu, and if we go into new game, you'll see these different options here. Classicals, if you just want to play the classic Doom with the brutal Doom style of play, you know, it doesn't give you any special weapons or anything. Now tactical, I personally like this because it adds a different level of gameplay to the actual game. You know, it makes it to where you can only sprint for certain periods. You know, it makes your weapon kick back whenever you fire it. You know, things of that nature. It just adds a little bit more tactical gameplay to it. And we'll go ahead and go into the campaign here because we actually want to watch the intro. The creators of this mod actually added in a custom intro, so I'm going to go ahead and cut my mic for a moment and just let y'all experience it while I play it. so that was the intro stage. And this first level here, we're in the entryway of the game. And we're playing it on Bring It On, so even though the Brutal Doom mod actually makes the game more difficult, it doesn't affect the placement of monsters, so it's still going to have the difficulty of the game is still going to affect the placement of monsters and items and such the same way as it did in the original game. So even though you're probably not going to see as many monsters as you would in higher difficulties, it's still going to be pretty difficult. Yeah, we don't want to waste a shotgun just yet. And enemies can hear you from a fair ways away, so when you fire your weapon, you have to be careful. And as you can see, there's a lot more gore in this game. The original had a good amount of gore as it was, but this one's got way more. As you can see, I didn't start this level with a whole lot of health. It seems like it carries over from the intro. They added in some cool stuff to this game too, like stuff like this. You can look at it and actually read messages. Which this one says, there's 10 barrels in the area that require immediate relocation. These barrels are... Can't read a lot of that because of the blood, but they're being featured for undisclosed purposes at the Omega outpost. Interesting. So they're actually alluding to the fact that there's a secret in this level where if you can destroy all the barrels, a secret door will open up temporarily and it will take you to the secret level. We're probably not going to go for it because I still to this day have never been able to complete that phase or that particular level. It's a very difficult level to do, especially this early in the game. And as you can see, we just picked up the chain gun here. Go ahead and look at this. This teleporter will take us to a different area of the level. Let's find out where. Aha, here we go. And this teleports in some monsters. You would think you want to just run everywhere, but in this game that's not really smart, because you can easily run into an enemy that will just chew your face off. So you have to be careful, especially with this mod. Let's see. And as you can see, when you blue key to open that door, so let's go this way. And since I kind of already know how the placement of the monsters is on here, you know, there's certain spots that we're not going to worry about just because I already know the placement of the monsters. At higher levels, you're going to see a ton of monsters in here. One thing you're going to notice in this game, because I can actually mouse look in all directions, and one of the other things you're going to notice is that I'm killing enemies pretty quickly. That's because the creator of this mod actually gave enemies different hitboxes, especially for the head and other weak points. So you're seeing that I'm just murdering zombies in one shot by shooting them in the face. That's actually the balancing act of this mod, because it really comes in handy when you can shoot an enemy's weak point in order to save ammo. Let's see. Classic video game here. I can tell just by the textures or something right there. And now we have the blue key cover. Now, one thing I did notice with the Steam controller is that when you're looking around, sometimes you can get a little disoriented. And you probably saw what I did earlier. I actually set up the left grip so that it turns off your gyro. And that will help you reorient, because then I can just use the full mouse pad in order to look around. Yeah, attack reloading is really important in this game on weapons that reload. Now, most of them you won't really have to worry about it, but you know, your bread and butter weapons like the assault rifle and the shotgun, very important you keep your weapon reloaded. Let's see. Nope, we actually don't want to go with this one yet. I'm actually not going to want to go to a secret level until 4. Which I actually messed up here. Because we want to be full on health when we pick this up.
Souls here.
Actually, we're going to go ahead and restart the game. Let's skip the intro this time. Because we want to remember that secret right off the bat. Now, if you were doing the secret, you want to leave this one until the very end, because you go in this room and it's going to be right there. And these things here, these berserk packs, never pick them up unless you really need them, because they automatically refill your health. And this is one of those games, if you don't use items to their max potential, you end up wasting a lot. Yeah, you'll notice I had to reload my weapon there. Like, I mean, I'm not even fully used to this mod, and I forget to do that when I pick up a new weapon. You'll notice, like, I fire this weapon in bursts. That's because it gets really inaccurate when you try to fire too many shots at a time, as you can tell. Oh yeah, we can't grab that. Yes, you can jump in this mod, whereas you could not in the original game. Yeah, let's chop these guys up so we don't waste ammo. That is a crap ton of blood. As you can tell, we already got a good little bit of ammo, but you can tell I don't have an extremely steady hand, so I end up wasting some of it. Let's see. Oh, that's gruesome. Open this up. hello. You got shotty. Did we get him? Yeah, we got him. So yeah, we'll go ahead and leave that barrel for now. Barrels have a lot bigger boom than they used to too. So you'll notice there's a number underneath my chainsaw. This thing does not have unlimited ammo. You have to be very careful with it. Are actually brutal enough in this game. You don't really want to use a chainsaw on anything unless you can spare the ammo anyway. So if it's something tough like a Baron of Hell or a Hell Knight or even a Keiko Demon, a lot of times you'll get chewed to bits. Not mistaken, this is the end of the map. Okay, so now let's hunt down that mega armor and that mega health, because we're gonna need it. One of the other things you can do in this game, you have like a melee kick you can do. I don't have it bound to a particular button at the moment because I'm not really using it. I mean, as you can see, I've got a good little bit of shotgun ammo and I've got a crap ton of ammo here. No reason to run up and kick my enemies in the face and get myself screwed out of health. I mean, one of the things you can do, like, you know, you can break certain parts of this game with this mod. If you, like, you know, run and jump, it'll make you go a little faster. But it's not really a huge edge like you would think.
Souls here.
We're not worried about the barrels, so I'm not gonna do that. But ideally, if you were doing this map, you'd want to leave that barrel in that previous room to the second to the last one, and then do the barrel at the beginning, the very last. And that way you can maximize your item output when you're doing these maps. I mean, this game doesn't have much of a survival horror aspect, but, you know, managing your items is definitely very important. And staging area is done. And we can access the menu from that screen here, so we're going to go ahead and save the game. Okay, maybe it won't let us do it there. There we go. It auto-saves, but I like to have my own save. There we go. Game saved. Alright, now this map, we are in the Terraformer. This map has a little verticality to it, so we've got to be careful. It's going to be tricky because we don't got a whole. Actually, we don't have any left. Got plenty of ammo. Let's use a chain gun. Why not? And luckily, we don't have to reload the chain gun. Got a little bit disoriented there. That's what I was talking about. You have to be kind of careful with it. Kind of used up most of the health in the last level, so I didn't start with like 200 full health, but yeah. As long as you got what you need, that's what matters. Let's see. There is another pathway here, if I'm not mistaken. Not be able to get to it yet. Here, let's go ahead and hit this. Yeah, we don't want that mega armor yet. Hey now. Those imps are dangerous in the dark. I mean, you can see their eyes, but hey now. Notice areas will open up, and like I said, they can hear you from a good ways away. Now, before we go in there, using particular weapons for particular enemies is a good way to manage your ammo in this game. 200's our max until we get a backpack, and Berserk, we don't want that. Berserk's good if you're going up against a lot of those Pinky Demon guys, because you can just one punch the hell out of them. Is it spawning? Are enemies respawning? Health. Yeah, we'll go ahead and pick these up. Standard items will only, like standard health items will only increase your health up to 100 and not past that. So you don't want to pick those up unless you're either really low on health or you have more than 100 health. Because at that point you're just wasting your time. And I just picked up a backpack, so my don't count went up. And we can kind of break the game a little bit there using the mod. These switches, technically we don't have to do this, but it might introduce the opportunity to get more ammo or items, so we're gonna go ahead and do it. Okay. Enemies can be kind of hard to track in this game. because it's an older game, it uses sprites, you know, they don't have fluid animations or anything, so, you know, they'll cut back and forth a lot, and that can really screw you over. Okay, and now we can grab a key. Well, could have grabbed it earlier, but I don't like just rushing through the game because being that enemies have a way bigger aggro range because of the mod, they'll chase you down and destroy you. So we don't want that to happen. Seems we picked that up on accident. That's okay. I don't want this quite yet. We'll save that. So we have the blue key. Let's go this way. See, I can see well enough. Actually, no, I can't. I was wrong. That's actually the part of the game we need this for. They added in like demon noises and stuff for the teleporter, so you can hear them a lot of the time. Rockets. And light amplifications actually make it kind of hard to see right here. Mega health, we don't want that yet, because we already know our strategy for that part. Rockets, shotgun shells, bullets, what have you. We still don't have our max of bullets. That's good, we'll probably get there. Right. Now, since this leads us back to where we were, now this part will trip you up if you've never played this game before. We actually want to go down here. These crushing ceilings will fuck you up. You don't want to. Nah, we're losing our light amplification, but that's okay. Yeah, these crushing ceilings will fuck you up, especially with how you. Ow. Yeah, see, like that. Especially with how you take more damage in this game. Yeah, screw you. Okay. Doom is honestly a lot like Dark Souls. They like to trick you and mess with you in this game. Normally on the way back I wouldn't be having to do this, but it's more random than what I remember. Alright. That's on the other side. We got the red key. The teleportation effects of monsters are actually a lot better in this one too. You'll notice something too from the original if you've ever played it, like, you know, there's a lot more particles, dust clouds, light shafts, things of that nature. It's not meant to look photorealistic by any means, but it does add a huge dimension does add a lot to the game. Got a little bit antsy there. You might be wondering, well, if it throws your aim off so much, why use a gyro? Well, I mean, I just like the feel of being able to shoot enemies and actually aim at them. I mean, it's nice using a mouse, but I don't know, it feels kind of artificial. That and it forces you to pace yourself. Sounds like we picked up a lot of ammo there, but we really didn't. Alright. And I'm pretty sure that's a yellow key. Yep, that's what I thought. I could have swore I heard the faint sound of a door opening somewhere. And don't remember if any of these have anything on top of them. I don't think they do. Yep. And this, yep, takes us back where we need to go. A lot of similarities to Dark Souls if you think about it. I've got 140 armor.
Soul Sphere.
So that way we got max health and all that good stuff. We've got all three of the keys. So as you can see, that should shut the level. You know. Alright, that does it for the Terraformer. Yeah, we got tons of time. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and save our game real quick. Save over this one. Gotta take care of something real quick, just a sec. Notice our footsteps don't really make any noise. gonna alert this guy until I'm ready. Right off the bat, we got shotgun shells, which you can't pick up. But we do have a super shotgun now. Yeah, and that guy had a shotgun, so you gotta be careful with those guys. Okay, I don't want to waste too much ammo. Still. There we go. Those guys, it's easiest to try to kill them when they stop to shoot at you, because otherwise they just leave those shadow trails and it's almost impossible to freaking hit them. Shells, didn't we? Alright. Blue key. Right off the bat, we know where we gotta go. I still, to this day, am very impressed by how interactive this game can be. Spawned in. Yeah, those guys, they have a little bit more health, but not only are they faster, they deal a lot more damage, as you can see. Okay. Good key. Heard enemy spawn. Okay, teleport. Okay, health. We don't need that yet. Okay, that is going to be partial invisibility. We don't need it yet. Actually, we technically don't need it, but I'm not going to use it yet. The reason why are lost souls. The harder it is for those guys to track you, the better. Those guys, you don't want to get in their face. They attack pretty quick, and they will fuck you up if you're not careful. You notice we're picking up rockets. If we had went to the secret level, we'd probably have a rocket launcher among a few other weapons, but we get them later on in the game, and that's not a big deal. Punch some demons, why not? Yeah, those. Oh! We wasted a lot of health doing that. But that's okay. It was fun. You'll notice that little number on the bottom of the screen that's ticking whenever I sprint. That's our stamina. And yes, we have stamina in this game. So, if we were kicking, it would be draining a lot of stamina. Now, kicking can actually be useful because it can allow you to push enemies back, whereas standard punching doesn't really have the same effect. But I haven't figured out a way to bind it to the Steam controller without disrupting other buttons, so I digress. Hey now. Alright. Ow. And that is the rocket launcher, which we will not be using quite yet. As you can see, we still have plenty of ammo for our other guns. The rocket launcher, it's got a blast effect, like, you know, it does splash damage, but not as much as you would think. And you just don't want to waste ammo unless you can either take out a lot of enemies or there's something really tough in your way. This is the part we want our chain gun for. Okay. No armor, but that's okay. Really, to be honest, I don't want to pick any of this up yet. Actually, I want to see what's behind that door, but first... Alright. Oh, oops. Those are only worth 1 poison apiece, but every little bit helps. Yes, and we have a mega health there that I'm really worried about picking up, but that's where the red key spawns, so we're not going to get it until we pick up the red key.
Soul Sphere.
Oh, it opened that up. Which is kind of funny considering we could open it up on our own anyway. And that, correct, gave us the red key. Hey now. Oh, these guys are fast. Those guys can surround you if you don't pay attention. Okay. First, like I said, I never did pick up that invisibility.
Partial invisibility.
Which I don't really need it. Because in these tight spaces, even if they miss a little bit, you can still get messed up. I don't remember if there's any armor in this level. I'm trying to remember if we ran across it at the beginning. Backpack. Layout of this map is actually pretty small. Most of this level is backtracking, but they did a pretty good job of keeping it reasonable. So we're actually probably not going to end this level with much armor. But that's alright. This next level is not huge per se, but there are some considerably tough enemies there. And that does it for main engineering. Next up, we got holding bay. Alright. No way to go but down. No pun intended. Right out of the gate. Come on. You're not gonna catch me. You can't corner me because there's nowhere for me to go. See the enemies in those cages, so right. Bonus health. I think those are worth 2 points apiece, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, no. To really get in your face. And good, that leaves us a little bit of bonus health sitting around. Not that I really need it. Mega health. We'll leave that for later. Kite even one enemy away from his buddies, and that makes the game all the easier. Okay. Misaligned texture, so I'm pretty sure those areas open up. Okay. Let's open these up one at a time. Open up the ones on the sides, because I don't want to open up too much too early. Last time I made the mistake of opening up all three, and that almost ended very badly. Alright, last one. prefer to save that ammo if I can. Okay. That opens things up a little bit. Leave a little bit of spare ammo laying around. We are gonna need this bad boy. You notice it's single shot too. So. Luckily, those guys are pretty dumb. The chain gun. The interesting thing about the chain gun is games like this used to use what's called a pain threshold, and it's basically, you know, how much damage you need to deal to an enemy before you will stagger it. Like, you know, you'll see an enemy flinch, or in the cases of flying enemies, they'll kind of fly back a little bit. Flying enemies tend to have a very low pain threshold. So the chain gun is good against enemies like that, because if you use it against enemies with a low pain threshold, you can essentially stun lock them, and it makes them much easier to deal with. Or at least get them off your back while you reposition or retreat or what have you. It took me forever to figure that out had I not looked it up. Because I actually knew that when I first played the game, but I owned this game back in like the 90s and the early 2000s, and that's just a really long ass time to have memory of a game. Let's go pick up all this ammo. See you up there. Shelves. What's the map? Computer area map. And you notice that there's more than one map in each level. They kind of made it so that, you know, one single map doesn't reveal the whole map. You have to pick up fragments of it for, you know, to reveal different areas of the map at a time. Makes it a little interesting. You can see we already have a lot of rocket ammo. don't even have to look things up. If we're smart and look around, we can actually figure out how to accomplish things in this game now. Which, according to this, we have a code of 3124. Now, we got 4 switches here. You can spend a lot of ammo very quickly with the chain gun. Let's see if there's a box of bullets laying around here. Health. Yep, there we go. A box of bullets gives you 50, whereas a clip gives you 10, I believe. We've actually been playing this game long enough that the music track looped over. Now, as we were doing, we have a code of 3124, and we've got 4 separate terminals. So I'm gonna guess that's the order we need to press them in. With this one being the first one, I'm guessing. 3. Let me check it here. Yeah. 1. 2. 4. And we've been locked out of the system pretty much. That's the thing about hearing demons in the background, is you can never tell what kind they are. There. We're not even gonna mess with him yet. Make sure everything's dead first. Thing actually falls over time. There we go. And that is the entrance to the secret area, so let's go ahead and stock up. Almost full on machine gun ammo anyway. Health. I don't remember if there was any armor on this map. I don't remember coming across it. You seen we had a super health over there. And if we go back to the beginning, wait, that room's back. Here we go. If we go back to the beginning, you notice we have another one here. So, something of note to you if you ever play this mod. Because what happens when you pick it up? That happens. This can actually cause you some trouble if you're not paying attention. Yeah, we can't pick that up. That's okay. Yeah, if we were playing on Bring It On, or if we were playing it on difficulty higher than Bring It On, not only would we be taking way more damage, but there would be way more monsters. And with the difficulty of this mod, this is quite comfortable enough for me. And we actually missed a kill. Because there's actually 1 or 2 Hell Knights in that last door with normal entrances, depending on what the holding area. Now we have Outpost Omega. find out. And right off the bat, we got a pretty sky in the background. First of all, we're gonna save the game. We're about to meet another kind of enemy in just a second. You'll see what I mean. At least I think we are. Yeah. You notice that guy had a Doom suit on, and he had a chain gun. If I was playing this level with just the regular weapons, I get my ass handed to me. I bet that opens up. That needs a key. Okay, now, you don't have to play Doom to know that's a trap. So... see if we can skirt this room without triggering anything. Because we don't have any armor, so we need to be careful. Because I haven't been coming across any, or I just never found it. Because I'm pretty sure there's armor and mega health in every level, if I remember correctly. And we're by no means doing a speed play of this game. Alright, let's do this. Oh, hello. Oh, those things go fast. Oh, man. Yeah, there went half of our health right there. Oh, pain element. Screw you. Not even gonna deal with you. Yeah, and those guys we just saw, they're revenants, although I'm not really sure how well you can see them. Their sprites aren't really that great. But there's revenants, they're like giant skeleton guys with rocket launchers on their arms. They are not fun to play with. Hey now. And naturally, we can't jump over that. There's some stuff in this game that the creator actually fixed so you can't break it. And understandably so, because this game would be ridiculously broken and boring to play if they just left it the way it was. Alright. Wait. Oh, there we go. We could actually use that armor. There we go. And now we're free to take these hallways one at a time. There we go. Blue key, we don't have that yet, so let's go this way. Original game, you're just taking a blind fall right here. Luckily, we're not playing the original game. Well, at least in the way it was intended. Mega armor. We're gonna have to come back to that. Alright, let's go this way first. Yellow key. Alright. Sprint. There we go. And no way to go but down. And mega health, good. So we know where those are, we're pretty much set up. Now we go this way. And doesn't look like that actually goes to anything, so there we go. It'd really suck if there was one on each side. Just saying. Okay, that opens something up. That would be the mega armor, which we're not going to pick up yet. There's something else. Oh. There we go. That's what we're trying to do. Red key. Alright, so looks like we're done in this area for now. We have the yellow key. So let's see where that takes us. Reload like always. I thought about doing separate saves for each level, since there's really no cheat input for this per se. But I'm not going to worry about it. We've got plenty of rockets, so let's do this. Oh, hello. See, with the rocket launcher. Ow. As I was saying, with the rocket launcher, you're pretty much trading fire rate for power. You know, you're essentially doubling the damage for half the speed. Okay. I'm trying to think of where the red key is. Because if I open that up, pretty sure this takes us to the end of the level. There we go. Oh man. Luckily these guys aren't that fast. Okay, maybe they are. that's the end of the level, but we still got stuff to look for here. We gotta find that red key. And you'll see why in a second. Because it's totally worth it. Yeah, not that way. Red key. Pretty sure we don't have any enemies, so let's go ahead. There we go. No red key. I'm trying to remember where it is. But if I remember correctly, there's a switch that opens that up. So we gotta figure out where that is. Gotta remember here. You know what? Just so I'm not wasting y'all's time, give me a second. Alright. Boost Omega? Yeah. Yellow key card. That's how you get the supercharge. That's right. So what did that open up? Yeah, there we go. Actually, he already had the red key by that point. Red key was the first thing he picked up, so where did he get it? Aha! We remember now. Alright, so we gotta get out of here. But we're gonna go ahead. Actually.
Souls here.
Go back here. Remember what I said about checking the monitors? They're always in the place you forget to look. is actually the message we skipped. We'd like to announce that the last shipment experiment with CPC has been successful. Our attempts at using reverse engineering to copy the Unmaker's mechanisms produced great results. Using the demonic artifact, we were able to accelerate an ionic beam at levels never before seen by mankind, and the result is simply the most reliable and powerful laser weapon ever built. The final prototype was able to fire for a record of 39 seconds without overheating and 7 hours 39 minutes without a firing failure. We will soon be able to send this weapon to mass production lines. We have stored the working prototype along the demonic artifact inside the top security storage. We will ship the artifact back to the main research base so Dr. Randy can continue with his Revenant project in 70 hours. Hint, hint. After that, we will begin a new experiment to make a bigger version of the prototype weapon. And we probably already have a good idea where that prototype is. Oh, bullets. I need those actually. We actually have an advantage this time around, because actually the first time I played this game I had no HUD whatsoever. Yeah, that was fun. So it was essentially a hardcore playthrough. And now we have the artifact. But I'm pretty sure we get the Unmaker in this level. So let me look at something here. Yeah, I'm just gonna say I love that background music. So there's the artifact. Let's look at this. Let's see. Mega health. Let's see. Oh, we already picked it up. That's what that was. That would be this thing. Yeah, and it burns through ammo like no other. makes me wonder if that's not the original Unmaker, what kind of effect does the artifacts have on it? These are all good questions. They'll be answered in time. Oh. Okay, yeah. Okay, that makes Outpost Omega finish. Pick up where we left off at level 5. Yeah, level 5. Which would be... I think this is the holding docks. The loading area, I guess is what it's called. Right off the bat, we see a mega armor. Yeah, I don't want to go running around with a rocket launcher, that's not smart. Oh man. Like I said, enemies can hear you from a good ways. And we can't pick that up yet, so... Lots of bullets, good to know. Okay, let's see if we can open this. Yes, we can. Ow. Can't open that yet. Probably not, because they heard us and came running. Armor. Shotgun shells. Rocket. Chainsaw that we already have. Nope. Actually, yeah. I was thinking there was a regular armor besides that one. Okay, blue key. So the only other place to go is here. That filled us up on bullets, good. So that opened up the door we couldn't open. Now... Alright. Hey now. Ow. Save that mega health and the mega armor for the end, that would be awesome. Okay, now we're gonna do a little bit of gymnastics here. There we go. Hidey hole. Doesn't matter. He died all the same. Alright, bullets. Good. Lots and lots of bullets. Come on. Alright, Mr. Hell Knight. Yeah, those guys have a pretty high pain threshold, so. You know what? Save the shotgun shell, that works. That took care of the barrels too. Wonder which item gave us back our chain gun ammo. How's a lucky reaction? Shotgun. Yeah, if you were starting from this level and you didn't have any weapons, or you happened to die and had to start all over, yeah, you would have to fight through all of that, or go past it just to get the shotgun. If you're playing on Ion Doom difficulty or whatever difficulty is equivalent on Brutal Doom. And let me tell you, I've had to do that before. It is a bitch. And, yep, opened up the yellow key. And I think... there's another room in here, if I'm not mistaken, I think. Oh, you know what? Is it this one? Nope. Oh, you know what? It's probably behind the red door. Okay. Yeah, he was hiding. Alright, you know what? Ow. No teleporting. Good. Good. There's no other enemies in this area, I mean. Okay.
Souls here.
Curiously enough, that sounds like almost the exact same voices from Quake 3 Arena. Another game which is dear to my heart. There's a yellow key. Oh, you know what? We gotta pick up the red key. There's something else that opens that up. Blue key, can't pick that up. Is it this way? Yeah, it's this way. There has to have been something we forgot in here. Because every way looks the same. It's hard to remember which direction I need to go. Yep, I gotta go this way first. Okay. Oh, berserk. Is it this way? Yep. There we go. Alright. We gotta go. Oh, I still have my berserk, didn't I? That's alright. Not like we don't have a shit ton of ammo anyway. Okay. Gonna go back to the other room. Somebody should really get some fly strips in here. Probably gonna rain all the way through that. Okay. Yeah, I heard you. Wait, why did that open? Yeah, red key. Which I believe... Yep. Now, we can go in here. Dookie. Once you start getting the keys, it kind of compresses a little bit. It's dark in here. You're fast, but my little friends can run faster than you. probably didn't get everything, but that's good enough for me. You notice they start spawning a lot of the bigger guys later on in the game. Alright. That does it for the tech center, that's what it's called. And this is the Alpha Quadrant. Ooh, screen tearing, hold on. Display options. Oh! No, I don't want the contrast that low. We didn't have vertical sync on, that's why. Better. Alright. Go ahead and save the game. Alright, let us continue with the Alpha Quadrant. Right off the bat, we got our central hub here. I don't think he can drop down on us. But I'm gonna be careful because I'm gonna start getting shot at almost immediately, I'm pretty sure. Okay. This guy. Okay. And we did not grab the health or the armor last level. But that's okay, we don't need it. Because I'm a Indian, I don't care. Can't open that yet. Oh, hello. Oh, you got off your perch. See, in the original game, that wouldn't have happened. Do you, however, need this? You know what? Good, they got our rocket count back up. I believe a mega health spawns in there, but I forget how to bring it up here. Alright, we got the yellow key. Dripping from the ceiling. That's gruesome. Alright. That completes this side. I guess that's a trouble with the gyro, since like the chain gun especially, since it kicks so much, kind of gets a little bit unwieldy to use the gyro with that weapon. Cause you to get disoriented pretty easily. Ah, there we go. Oh, there's another switch we need to hit somewhere. Yep, that was it. There's a hidden area back in that one place we were at. Hello. Alright. Okay. What do we have in here? Alpha quadrant. Actually, I haven't gotten hit that much. I'm kind of surprised. Yeah, I thought I seen one up here. There's no pinky demons. Alright. If I remember correctly. There's something in the middle. So. Okay. Yeah, don't want to use that here. sometimes their bodies don't show up when they die. That's the only curious thing about those guys. I can't open that. Can't open that. Okay. Oh, oops. Sure. That one just opened. Yeah, there he is. Original version, you wouldn't be able to see down there because it's really, really dark. Just to kind of throw that out there. And now we can't get out of here. So. But at least we got plenty of ammo for it. Ah, okay. That seems like a safe spot. You want to listen for that little noise with them. If you can't see them, it really helps you to know when to strike, especially if you can't see their eyes. Like, it might not look that dark for y'all, but like for me, because I have a glare on my screen, it's actually pretty dark. bit of armor. That'll definitely help. And I'm pretty much safe back here because they can't really. Well, actually, they probably can. But he's not trying to chase me now. Oops. No, we could probably break that if we wanted to. There we go. Now, do I want to pick that up? Nah. Not yet. Gotta remember to come back for it, though. Well, I have the blue key. Let's see. I think there's only 2 keys in this level anyway. Alright. I'll come back and get it, but I want to deal with these enemies here first. Yeah. Nah. There we go. Okay, that's the end. So I want to go back to that other area because I'm pretty sure a mega health spawn's up there, and I need to figure out what brings it up. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna be cheap again just a second.
Souls here.
Could have got 10 more health. Forgot to fill up on health before I did that. Sorry. 10 health ain't gonna hurt us. Back to the other area to get the mega health, and we can finish up. Do this puzzle thingy again. Oh! Gotta wait for it to finish. Oh. See, in the original Doom, you probably wouldn't have been able to walk fast enough across that. Because in this game, like, the walk speed and stuff's been adjusted to change the pacing of the game. Let's see. Yep, go through here. And that's it for the Alpha Quadrant. Let me see if I can remember the name of this level. I think it's called... Yeah, I don't remember. Alright. If I'm not mistaken, this is a hub area because I can see all, well, 2 of the keys and a plasma gun. We'll get that later on. Whoa, hello, buddy. Oh! Man, those track you a lot. Now you see why I go for max health and shit before the end of the next level. Hey, now. You back up. Yeah, you notice these maps start getting harder and harder. They throw more and more enemies at you. That's for damn sure. Sure, it's on the other side of that wall. Yeah. Damn, already lost half the health. And half my armor. guys, I'd rather just fuck them up and be done with it. And no, I'm not gonna push that yet. Every little bit helps. Whoa! They did windows, or mirrors. That's actually interesting. Okay. We're probably gonna go until the end of the next level, and then I'll go ahead and stop the stream there. Because usually I like to take a break once it gets to where the story pops up and it starts telling you stuff. That's a blue door, so I imagine we gotta find the blue key in this area. Ah, here we go. The Revenant Project is starting to produce magnificent results. By exposing the subject to the powers of the demonic artifact, it absorbs the demonic radiation, causing severe mutations that greatly increase its skeletons and makes the body extremely durable, virtually immune to anything shorter than explosives. The method has shortcomings. The skin suffers severe third-degree burns and it is disfigured completely, and the soul of the subject is completely consumed in the process, rendering a mindless zombie. But our Revenant Soldier model N2A1 has a microchip installed in its brain even before the transformation process, and is capable to answer a large array of orders. Yesterday was a great day. We were able to send a Revenant Soldier in an expedition to Hell, and the Revenant was able to freely roam without being attacked by demons. It's like they don't recognize the Revenant as a human being anymore, and doesn't target it unless provoked first. I think we finally found a safe and efficient method to explore and map the entire Hell. We are preparing to send 50 Revenant soldiers on a very long exploration in a few days, and I can't wait to see what kind of fascinating data or artifacts they will be able to bring. One, Dr. Randy, work on your grammar, and two, what the fuck were you thinking? Thinking you can map and explore Hell, much less take advantage of it. I don't see how that's supposed to work. Yeah, here we go. And that would mean the key is within reach now. And also saw another recording monitor up there. Yeah. Mega armor. Definitely want that. We're gonna break the game here. And we're gonna push the switch. Whoa. Okay. Now that we have the blue key, let's check back in here, because I think that unlocked, well, it unlocked something. First. Whoa, hello. And now we have the plasma gun. There we go. Oh, no, no, no. We did not want to do that. That was not smart. Let me think. Yeah, we didn't save at the beginning of the last level. That's alright. It's quite alright, I'm pretty sure. There's lots of health laying around. But I am gonna go ahead and save. Just in case we get taken by surprise. That was a complete clusterfuck, pulling out my rocket launcher right there. Alright. Okay. That was close. That was very close. Alright. I don't think I want to go through quite yet. Yellow key, there we go. That was close. We're kind of a desperate situation, so I'm gonna be saving a lot here. Don't know how I want to approach this. Here we go. Not mistaken, there's a Hell Knight here somewhere. Yeah, this thing jibs the smaller enemies. Okay. This is the exit, which is not open. We want to be careful here. We are going to find out how to get that mega armor, for sure. To the sewers we go. A little bit of armor never hurt anybody. I don't want to pick those up because we're not at full health. Hey, now. instead of starting over, we're just gonna win our game. And I'm not gonna make that mistake again. Oh, hello. Wow. Holy shit. Oh, they can follow me. Okay. Nerfed yourself into a... Don't think you realize you nerfed yourself into a corner there. Hey now. Oh, mega health. Oh shit. Hold on a second. Not blind. We're not gonna play the level blind, that's for damn sure. Aha! It was back this way. I don't think I went down here all the way. Yeah. Now one of the things you'll probably notice about this game, if you played the original, some of the textures do look different, but oh, you know what? I was supposed to do that faster. Ugh, barely. Alright. That'll give us our mega armor at least. We'll try to work it so that we don't take too much damage so we can end the level with some mega armor. Okay, I don't think there's any more. Oh, I wonder. You know what? The rest of them probably get released when I press that switch. Oh, those guys make me nervous. Damn it, that took me back. Alright. Yeah. Like a lot of the levels in this game are actually a lot smaller than the ones in like the original Doom series. Because like some of those maps got pretty big. Because like even in that day, computers had a lot more memory and things than what the N64 had to work with. So it made it pretty difficult to develop really large levels in this game. Okay. Oh, hey now. You know what? You bastard. Alright. Had to fidget a little bit too on top of that. Oh man, take some damage. Cells, thank you. I need those. Alright. Health. Wonderful. Wunderbar. I don't have the luxury of being picky here. I have the map, so for zombies. There we go. Yeah, those guys hurt, especially. Yeah, I'm ready for you this time. Alright. Alright, still got max ammo. Got out of there just in time. Awesome. Alright. I know you're gonna pop up somewhere. Come on. What did that open up? That's the question. That leads this way. Yeah, that leads. Yeah, yellow key. That leads us back to the beginning. Okay. Back this way. Oh, I think I remember. Oh, we need the red key. that's right. We never went in this door. And I'm ready for whatever comes through that door. Smart and safe right here. In the original game, you would have had to play before an entire level before you can get a passcode that essentially lets you start at the next level with your current inventory. Alright. Oh man, I feel nervous about this. I feel really nervous about this. No, we didn't. Okay, good.
Soul Sphere.
Good, we accomplished our goal. I guess we got lucky. I guess the rest of those revenants didn't want to come out to play. It's possibly based on difficulty. Alright. And now we are finished with the research lab. And we got one more level to go before I stop for tonight. That's going to be the final outpost. Spend a little bit more time on that, but it's okay. Oh man, there's a lot of them in here. That didn't go too bad. If I remember correctly, yeah, one of those lights is supposed to open that up. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and save right here. Probably did, but I forgot, so. I think there's a trap right here. was hard. Definitely like to trick you in this game. There's a totem right there. Yeah. I wonder. I'm thinking if there's another way to go besides that way. The original game seemed a lot darker. I think that's the only thing about this one is sometimes the lighting does seem kind of off. It's either too dark in some places or too bright in others. Okay. Harder the game gets, the more you save. If I remember correctly, this place opens up really wide. We're gonna be really careful here. Yeah. And a lot of this stuff wasn't in the original game. Like, they actually did add stuff in. Like this. Experiments have become unstable.
Soul Sphere. Soul Sphere. Soul Sphere. Soul Sphere.
Alright, that finishes up the final outpost. Thank you guys for watching. I had to turn my mic off there for a little bit. I had a bit of an emergency pop up. So I just turned off my mic for that last little bit. But thank you all for watching. I'll see you all next time.